but he's right there to glove it and let the celebration begin.
Yeah, you know what's amazing? A combined no-hitter is even more rare than a complete game no-hitter, so it's not something you see every day or every year for that matter, and that's what you call a total team effort.
For the home team, no runs on no hits. One error, they left 3 men on base.
Put me in cold. I'm ready to play today.
What's up, Big Ben? 4824. Just going through a method here, man, where you can bust out the 4th inning program, because I just learned about it, and knowledge is power as far as that goes. So in today's method, grind, we're going to go ahead and show you. Go into your settings. As you can see up top, I just have it defaulted save at walk method, right? In the gameplay, you want to make sure both are on legend, right? You got to make sure of that. So gameplay, hitting difficulty, make sure that it is on legend, as well as your pitching. Go ahead and hit the Romeo Bravo, go over to pitching and make sure it is on as well. Make sure they're both on legend, right? If you go ahead and put the PCI outer on basic or whatnot, it'll let you know in this method, it'll let you know as far as when you can go ahead and intentionally walk the dude, right? So go ahead and make sure that your PCI outer is on basic as well, right? In gameplay. So again, hitting difficulty legend, your pitching, you want to go ahead and have that on legend as well. Presentation, go ahead, make sure it's on fast play, that's key. Pitching only, and then make sure batter walk up and stats, make sure everything else is off, right? And pitching selection, camera frequency, that doesn't really matter, but you want to have fast play on, and you want to make sure to have batter walk up, in-game sideline reports, in-game ticker, have all that BS turned off. Audio video, of course, that's up to you, whatever you need. It's not like you have to have something turned on or off. And that, again, this is all optional. Biggest thing, make sure gameplay and presentation have those settings, right? And then if you want, you can go ahead and save it. And like I said, mine is already saved in walk method, right? So then what you're gonna want to do is go into your Diamond Dynasty. So then what you'll do once you're in Diamond Dynasty, right? I'll just go into Diamond Dynasty, I'll check a few things out, right? And then I'll go ahead and leave Diamond Dynasty. Then what you want to do simply is go down to exhibition play now. You're going to be player 1, right? So player 1, you'll go to the left, right? And really with this method, once you choose player 1, once the game actually starts, that's pretty much all you're going to be doing with that controller. Yeah, so once you slide over to player 1, right, and you got to make sure your settings, as you can see under the R there, that the specific settings for this method, make sure you got that going. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to get your player 2 controller, and you're going to want to hook it up, right? Remembering, again, this is a 2 controller, you need 2 controllers to do this method, right? A lot of us, even if it's a bourgeois controller you never use, it's still good. So just plug it in to player 1. If you can start your Xbox and everything with it, good to go. It's going to need the LB, the left bumper for Xbox, and the B and A button. That's pretty much all you're going to need. So if you have a controller with the functions of that, even on PS4, it'll definitely work for you, and you can track this method. So you might have to sign in your player 2 controller. Just sign it in on the same account, you know, like mine's MatrixNative. I've already signed in with this player 2 controller, right? So then you go to the right and you pick a team there, right? I always make sure that I pick player 2 first and then player 1, right? Because player 1 is actually the account that this is going to go to, right? All the rewards and such, right? So once you do that, you go ahead and ready up with your controller, with your second controller, right? And this is the controller that you will be, you know, messing with the most. You really won't even mess with controller 1, player 1. However, you want to go ahead and have that controller in a remote if you have one, right? So that way, if you have it plugged in instead of on battery, you won't have to flick it so that it doesn't shut off on you, right?
That's what
because
she said.
I watch Netflix when I do this method. I do all kind of shit with this method, right? I'll walk around the house and just intentionally walk. However, you do got to make sure, though, within the game that your controller stays on, right? And if it goes off, as long as you catch it right away, this method will still work. But like if it goes off for a minute or two, you might as well go ahead and restart the method, right? So with that being said, let's track, right? So again, player 2, I'll let him choose everything. It doesn't even matter the teams, peeps, at all. Like, it just doesn't matter. The only thing is, you might want player 2 to have like a really good pitching staff, right? I'll just leave it at that, and I'll explain why in a little bit. So player 2's readied up. I'm gonna go ahead and green up. Again, with player 1, I'm picking the stadium and the presentation. Make sure it's on fast play. Again, with your player 2, right, you want to pick the best pitcher, which by default they usually have you pitch the best pitcher, right? Pick the best pitcher, comprendo? All right, so we'll go ahead and hit alpha there, the alpha there, or whatever it is on Xbox, your 6 o'clock button. And then again with player 2, we hit start first, and then with player 1, we hit start. So when this goes ahead and it's gonna load in, right? Once it loads in, then all you're simply gonna do is make sure that controller 1 stays on. That's all you're gonna do, right? Again, if you plug it in, that's awesome, and you won't have to worry about fucking with it, you know, like hitting a button or whatnot to keep it on, because most controllers, you know, they'll go ahead and they'll time out on you if you're not right there. And again, this method here, I'll just go ahead, watch some Netflix, watch some of my favorite tubers, maybe watch some of my tube videos, whatever. So you can go ahead and skip this with controller 1 if you want. All right, so once this happens, that's it, pretty much, with controller 1. Then all you're gonna do with controller 2 is you're gonna intentionally walk. You're gonna keep doing this. So it's LB, B, intentionally walk, and then A. Again, like every 4 seconds you can do it, right? LB, B, and A. So it's basically as soon as it cuts to the other screen, you can basically do it when that outer PCI comes up. So what I do and what some people do is they'll go ahead and get a rubber band and just put it around LB, and then all you got to do is hit B and then A, or whatever the PS4 is. It'll be your 3 o'clock and then your 6 o'clock button, right? I have like this tactical forearm strap that I actually strap around my LB when I'm really doing this, like hardcore, watching a Netflix, you know, flick for like 2 hours or porn or something. I'll just go ahead and just make sure that I'm constantly hitting this B and A, right? I can be in the other room and doing it as well. If you look at the energy of your pitcher, so by the time you're like at 75 or 100 runs, man, it's going to, he's going to be like stupid tired. Sometimes if you want to try to keep him in, you know, it's not that big of a deal. He will keep pitching, but sometimes, you know, he'll get hurt, but, you know, who gives a shit? Again, first inning, and then once you're done, I'm only going to do it 20 here, but I will be showing you footage of when I did it 400, 500, 600 times, right? And that's legit. I've never gone over 600, so I don't know if the game would reset or not. So don't blame Matrix. If you fucking go over 600, it resets you to 0, all right? I've tested it up to 600 so I can tell you. So when you're ready to quit out, however many runs you got, you just hit your start button. Simply go to exit. Make sure that you drop down one and give it a little fire for effect on the confirm exit, because you will be kicking your dog if you hit the confirm restart. And don't you be kicking your fucking dog. All right, so confirm exit. And then I come over to my player 1 controller, remember, and I'll just start kind of messing with the buttons, the sticks or whatnot, right? Boom, 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 boom. So here I got 1,479 XP, which is not bad, but it was only 20 runs. And I'll go ahead, I'll get the other footage up for you guys so that, you know, you can go ahead and track how many runs give you X amount of XP in the 4th inning program. Again, this is a great method, boys. This is just a really great method to pick up some excelente packs, right? So I hope that, you know, you enjoyed the video today. Go ahead, snipe the like, snipe the sub. I'll get you next video, because that's how we roll.